Hi, I'm Mr. Frog. For a while now, I've been heavily interested in the Ultimate Iron Man game mode. With this in mind, I wanted to set myself a new challenge. Using standard UIM rules, I want to acquire one of the coolest pets in the game, the Amulet. But there's a catch. In addition to these rules, I will also not be allowed to leave the island of Zeah. This means I will have to obtain all of my gear, stats and supplies in the local areas. Can it be done? Welcome to Overzeahlous.
Guys, update video. So, after weeks and weeks of splashing with a few more casts here, if we give it a moment, we are going to get ourselves, I think on the next one, that's going to be 90 magic. And there we go. We have done it. That is going to unlock Master Reanimation, I believe it is called. And that is the one we want, so we can now reanimate Dragonheads, which is going to be amazing for prayer XP and a little bit more magic XP as well. I'm going to go ahead and turn this back on now because I've been keeping this off while I've been splashing because most of the time I'm doing it on mobile and I don't really want people messaging me. Mostly because not only will I not see the message, but I can't type on a touchscreen to save my life. So I really hate typing on that. But yeah, we are done with magic. That is 90, completely knocked out. We won't be needing to train this again, I don't think, until I go for 99, which will be a while yet. That'll be probably just before I start raids anyway. But this now gives us reanimate, so we can use that as well, which means we no longer need the splashing gear, so I will be disposing of that shortly. Looking at the dev storage, we've got all of this stuff in here. I think the next goal that I'm going to do is, before I go back to Red Dragons, I'm going to just try and use up all these Qualms, Irrits, Dwarf Weeds. I'm going to try, I might have to do a little bit more farming and stuff because I think I'm going to need to get 68 to use the Dwarf Weeds so I can boost the 4 levels to make ranging potions. It's just going to clear up an inventory space, and like I said, I'm going to have the seeds to get more herbs later anyway, and I probably will be doing a chunk of farming and Herblore once I'm prepping for raids, like after dragons anyway. So we'll be able to get ourselves a bunch more herbs back. I was originally stacking them up, but honestly, it's just a waste of inventory space. I've got to kill like another 13-odd thousand red dragons, and it's just going to be way more efficient for me to get rid of the rest of these items and just clear up as much space as humanly possible. So I think that is going to be the game plan here. I've got 543 Harrowlanders to get through, so that's going to take a while. And I've got the Cannantines as well. I don't think I'm going to get 68, honestly. I'm pretty sure I'm quite a way off of 68, so I might have to do a little bit more farming. I mean, I've got 118 Irrit Seeds. I can dig into some of these to get the Herblore XP. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll work out how much XP I've got, and I'll probably start farming some of these. Like I said, I'm going to be doing Herblore and farming later on anyway, and Irrits are so common that I really don't need to worry about it too much. It's more the Dwarf Weeds, I think, that I'm concerned about, because they don't seem to pop up as much. I've also mentioned before that I don't think I'm going to be making defense potions for raids, so the 61 Cannantines here aren't really relevant. I can just make the potions and not have to worry about them. Don't need more seeds to replace them. And also the Lanternines over here I won't be using for raids either, but that's going to require 76 Herblore to make, which means 72 and a boost, which will be the level I'm going for overall. So I'm not going to be actually able to use the Lanternines for quite some time. I think what I might do is when I actually do get back to Red Dragons, I'm going to leave them in the dev storage. There's only 36 of them. If I do happen to die and lose them, it's not the end of the world. Like, it's just a little bit of Herblore XP that I'm going to miss out on. I really don't think it's that big of a deal, and I'd much rather have the invent space. I'm going to try and get as much as I actually can. Like, I'm honestly just going to get rid of so much of this stuff. I'll be leaving the Black Dragonhide and the Prayer Potions in here. If I lose them, it kind of sucks, but I can get more. You know, I can go back to Pura and catch some more Magpie Implants to get Black Dragonhide. It's not really going to hinder me all that much. But yeah, we are done with magic for a good while. I am going to have to get some more nature runes soon because these are used for the reanimate spell as well, which kind of sucks. I do have a kind of idea of actually what I want to do to collect the nature runes. It's not necessarily efficient, but it gives me something different to do for a while. But I'll be letting you guys know when I get around to doing that. Also, we've still got ourselves 619 casts left, but I'm really not all that fussed, so I'm just going to drop these because I don't really need them. And yeah, so in the next clip, I'll probably see you with some Herblore grinds. I think I'm just going to go smash all of these out and then juggle some farming in with that. And we'll get ourselves some Herblore levels. I'm going to at least get 67 because I know I get it from these. So let's get going. Alright, so we are working on some Herblore. I'm going to quickly go ahead and get ourselves another Herblore level right now. I'm making the energy potions with the Harrowlanders, which it's somewhat convenient, rather annoying. There is 6-7 Herblore. Does that unlock, can I clean Lanternimes? Kind of useful, I guess. I mean, I'm not going to be using Lanternimes for a while, but I guess I can clean them. Yeah, it's really inconvenient to make these, so I think in the future, if I'm going to get more Harrowlanders, which I almost definitely will, I'm probably going to make restore potions instead. It's 5 XP less per potion, but I can collect red spider eggs from temple spiders, noted, so it's a lot... Oh, I didn't mean I'm distracted by recording. It's a lot easier to get hold of them and like stack them up. I could sort of AFK temple spiders for a while and just keep checking for more. Whereas this, I've got to do so much clicking, and I've also got to crush the chocolate, which is really annoying, because I can occasionally eat it. And no, I do not use menu entry swapper. People always suggest this in the comments. It's the one plugin that I won't use. Anything else, I'm happy for you guys to suggest, but menu entry swapper is just a no from me. Not a big fan of it. But yeah, so to do this, I have to like run all the way over here, get some chocolate, crush it down, put it in the potion, and then go back and forth and back and forth. I can't stand at the bank and do it, which sounds weird for a UIM to say. But oh, and I have to hop repeatedly. Forgot to mention that. So doing the red spider eggs on energy restore potions would give me 5 less XP per potion, but way less effort. So it's probably what I'm going to do going forward with the next stack. Not going to bother with it right now because my invent's not set up to camp temple spiders in any way, shape, or form. So we're just going to stick to doing the energy potions for this stack of herbs, which I've done half of now. And I'm still farming in the meantime, growing some more irrits because I want to get 68. Because if we can get 68, that means I can boost to make ranging potions, which will be not only more XP. I've messed this up again. But also I can get rid of the dwarf weeds, so it clears up another space. To be fair, once I'm a 68, I'm not really worried about burning levels right now. It'll be when I go back to farming later on. Then I'll be trying to get to 72. I think 72 is going to be my bare minimum. I might get a few more levels after that, but I won't go to raids with any less than 72 Herblore. So I am going to continue making these tedious potions. Hopefully we can manage to get 68. I'll be doing some farming in the meantime, and I'll see you guys with whatever level I manage to get next. Okay, after doing a lot of farming and Herblore, this is going to be 68 Herblore, which gives us extra strong anti-poison potions, but that's not the main concern of this. At 68, we can now boost with a Botanical Pie to get 72, which is going to allow us to make ranging potions. Now, I don't need the rest of these. It does kind of hurt to be dropping all of these potions, but I will be able to farm some more later. That is the main plan, I believe. Oh, they're in Death Storage. I believe I do still have Palm Seeds, and I am going to do a whole load of Master Farmer and seed contracts and stuff like that, or whatever, farming contracts. And we're going to get a bunch more seeds from that, so I'm not entirely worried about that. We'll be able to get some more, but for now, I'm going to be working on making the rest of the super defenses. I'm going to keep an even number in my inventory so it makes it easier to use. We've got 40 Cadentines and 40 White Berries here to use. Going to use them up, get us some more XP. Like I said, I'm not going to be using super defenses anyway, so that's not a big deal. But we'll get the rest of the XP. We'll clear up that inventory space. And I will probably go and make some ranging potions. I'm trying to work out whether I want to like store them so I can use them for red dragons, but I don't really think it's worth the time. I can't note potions, so I'd have to continuously go and make them, but that also means I'd then have to continuously boost, so I'd have to keep getting more Jesus Christ, I can't think today. More Botanical Pies, and that's just, it seems like a lot of work for very little gain, so I'm probably going to end up just making the potions, getting the XP, and then leaving it at that. I was thinking there's one more thing I could do, and that is just leave the dwarf weeds in storage and come back to them later and hopefully not die in the meantime, which is definitely an option, but the problem is with that is that if I do die, I will get quite annoyed because I'd think to myself, well, I could have made the potions, I could have at least got the XP. There are only 38 herbs in there, so it's not like it's, you know, do or die and that's everything I've got. It's hardly anything, to be fair, so I shouldn't really worry too much about it. So I think I'm probably just going to make them... I don't know. You guys will see whatever I end up doing, but I'm kind of stuck. I think the other issue is that I have to go and kill undead druids for Zami wines, and that could take a while, especially because they're like a 1 in 50. I think I have to kill like 600 of them to get the amount that I want. You know, I really don't feel like it, so maybe I just leave them in the storage. I think I'm going to leave them in the storage. Honestly, it's just me being lazy. I really cannot be bothered to go and make them, and all this time I've been trying to get to the level so that I could boost to make them, and now I'm just being too lazy to do it. So, whoops, that is a bit of an issue. Yeah, also, in case anyone's wondering about making Zami wines with Bologna's Blessing, that's all well and good, but I can't actually do it. The reason I can't do it is because I need a Zamorak item to, I don't know what part of it is. You have to speak to a monk or something and get the Bologna's Blessing blessed or some rubbish like that. But the only way for me to get a Zami item is through Clue Scrolls, and that would be an even longer grind than just getting the wines from the Undead Druids. I'm planning to try and get a Zami item later on in the account so that when I get around to doing raids, it's a lot easier to get Zami wines. But for now, not really too fussed. It's really not that big of a deal. Like I said, I've only got like 38 of them anyway, so I'm not going to be investing too much of my time into it. But we've got 4 herbs left here. We're just going to quickly do all of these, and then we'll be completely finished with all the Herblore for now, and we'll be able to move on to Red Dragons again. And I forgot to clean this one. Let's do that, and do these, and that is going to be every single potion that we can make currently has been made. So we've cleared up a whole bunch more space. I've still got a random energy potion on me that I've just been holding on to for no reason whatsoever, but we're going to go over to the dev storage and we're going to see if there's anything else we can get rid of before we go back to Red Dragons, because otherwise I'm going to gear up and I'm going to head back over there. So we've cleared up a lot of space. Obviously these seeds will go straight into the seed box, so that's not an issue. This is going to stay in here. I'm going to leave this in here, this in here, this in here, mainly just because they're things I could live without. If I end up dying, it's no big deal. We're going to be leaving the dwarf weeds and the lantern items in here, like I said. I will be taking the stack of ranars. I'm not risking leaving them in there. And most of the other stuff I could equip. So we are going to have quite a lot of inventory space compared to what we normally have. And that's pretty fantastic, to be honest, because when I've been doing this before, I mean, I've had some invent space, but it's been like between 6 and 10 spaces. I think I might be able to get somewhere around 20 with this. We'll have to see once I sort everything out properly, but I've got a decent amount of room to work with. So, tell you what, guys, I am going to re-gear, and we're going to head over to the Red Dragons, which, once again, we can now reanimate the skulls from. So that's going to be pretty fun. And I'll see you guys when I'm geared. Alright, so we are all geared and ready to go. We have got ourselves slightly less than the 20 inventory spaces I predicted. We've got ourselves 16, which should be a good amount to work with. I've also got a ranger potion here that I should probably start using, but I am going to be camping back at Red Dragons for quite some time. I'll probably see you guys with an update on some levels, or maybe if I get some installed heads and we end up taking them over to the Arceus altar, and we'll get them reanimated and gain some pro XP. Let's not die to Dragonfire. Side note, I completely forgot to buy a needle and thread, so we're going to quickly go over here and grab ourselves these, and then we can get back to the Red Dragons. Sneaky little level, I saw you coming in. That's going to be 70 prayer. That unlocks a whole load of stuff that we can never access. Ah, that's kind of depressing to look at. No piety for me. Alright, so we've done a bit of Red Dragon grinding. We've got ourselves 6 installed heads, which is what I wanted to go before I decided to do some reanimations. We're going to alch this. Also got ourselves 2 grubby keys, so I'll be using them when I come back, because I'm going to lose aggro anyway. Or gain aggro, I guess. Also got a Ranar, which I'm going to go clean and note. But then we are going to head over to Arceus, and we're going to start reanimating some of these. We've got 6 of them, which is, I believe, like 12, 13k XP, somewhere around there. In prayer, which is really nice, actually, considering, yeah, that's like a quarter of the level. That's really nice. I didn't even realize it's that much. Anyway, so I'm going to actually just go the long way, you know, because I get my prayer back. And I will sort everything out and see you guys at the Arceus altar. Alright, so we went ahead and bought 24 soul runes from the shop in Arceus, which, by the way, is extortion. 489 coins they are each once you've bought out some of them. So probably about 450 coins each on average-ish, which makes that incredibly expensive. I think it's like, I don't know, 1.3k or something like that. Right, so I've never done this before. I believe I just go spellbook, change over. We should have Master Reanimate. There it is. These are dragons, so I've got to bear that in mind. That I want to safe spot them. I'm going to pray mage because I'm pretty sure they used chromatic dragon breath. So we do this and that. Wouldn't have room to reanimate. Okay, how do we do this then? I don't know, let's figure this out. I'm going to put pray mage on now, actually, just in case. Can we do it here? Will that work? Oh, that's 170 magic XP. Can I run? Is that going to work? It just kicked the air? Does it get stuck? Are we good? Oh, it has pretty low health as well, huh? Wow, it's very low health. But that should be like 1.5k prayer XP once it dies, I think? If it dies? And it's dead? 1,560 prayer XP per head. That is insane. And you don't get anything from the drop, do you? Nope. But it seems quite nice, because it also seems like I don't need to pray, because if I just do this and then run here, I'm not going to get hit. So that's pretty neat. Super easy to kill as long as I safe spot and don't get hit by the Dragon Breath. That is super easy prayer XP. So nice. So yeah, I'm going to use all of these, and then I'll go back to Red Dragons, and we'll just keep stacking up these heads, because look how much XP I get from this. That's ridiculous. I'm so glad I decided to do this. The 90 magic was definitely worth it.